Good morning, everybody. Good morning. Happy Wednesday. It's Futures Fever Wednesday, and today's the first day and first episode that I have a special guest on the show. Next week, I plan on getting Carmine Rosado on the show. Now, he's the supply and demand king. He's who I learned supply and demand from years and years and years ago. Great guy, fantastic trader. He's a futures trader, trades the same style as me, but hopefully, I'll be able to get him on next week for Futures Fever. This week, however, we have Andrew Diaz, aka the stock market wolf. So cool stuff there. We got a lot going on. Very exciting. Let's see. So here's our daily on S&P 500. And look at this, guys. This is exactly what we were looking for. We were looking for us to come through this Powell zone and come right back up. Now we can look for bulls to continue because we took out this liquidity to the downside. Now let's mark out our open price today. Here's our open price on the, this is the ES. Then we'll mark out our previous day high, previous day low. Previous day low is right here. Previous day high is up here. We have already taken out previous day high, so the odds would be in our favor that we're going to take it out again. Good morning, everybody. Let's see. Perfect. So here we go. So check this out, guys. This green zone, that's where we had our volume profile because of the Powell zone. Let's see if we could find that to show you guys. Here we go. So our low volume shelf, this was major low volume because price shot up without volume because of Powell's speech. So price came back into it overnight, came into it yesterday, and it held that area. So now we could delete this zone. And what I also saw in that zone now too, is check it out. Now we're going to delete this Powell zone. We used it. It's no longer relevant anymore. Delete this broken supply zone too. And now we have a new demand zone, 4-hour demand right here, that lined up right where that broken supply zone lined up. So now that support that resistance becomes support, but we're actually seeing it with the structure as well. So we'll mark that as demand, the D4-hour. Awesome, awesome, awesome. 2-hour. Just look around. I'm looking up here right now, see if there are any supply zones up here. 1-hour. Really looking back over in this area. I see the 64.96. Let's move this out of the way. See book map. Get trading. Let's see. ES on trade map. Light. TM light. 64.96. Look at that. 6,500. Big passive seller sitting up there. Wonder if people are positioning to get ready for 6,500 today. We also have 64.60, a pretty big buyer. That is right above our demand zone. So now that we broke it down, this was our 4-hour demand. But look at this, right above our 4-hour, we actually have a 1-hour demand right here too. So we've got a lot of zones and support areas building up while markets are moving higher. So this is a strong bull bias, right? Because now, not only did we reverse higher, but we consolidated to pick up volume, then pushed higher, had one last pullback, right? And then one more push higher. So I'd look to see if we can come into this area and create a higher low. That's what I would look for today. Get rid of some of these blue lines, but that's what I'm looking for on the ES. Get that green zone back there. Demand. Line this up real nice. And yeah, and again, one of the reasons I am bullish today is because of us taking out that Powell zone and holding up higher. Markets are still bullish overall. If we check out our market sentiment, take a look at the ES here. S&P futures edged slightly higher overnight, reflecting cautious optimism supported by stronger than expected U.S. core capital goods and consumer confidence data. Positive momentum in semiconductor stocks and progress in U.S.-China trade talks bolstered sentiment. However, concerns about Fed Reserve policy indecision and mixed technical signals suggest a volatile near-term outlook with resistance near 64.70 to 64.90. So 70 is below us, and then 90 is right above us, right? So that's sort of the range we're in right now, 70 to 90. Now, we could look at some of these key factors too, which is pretty cool. Positive economic data, stronger than expected U.S. core capital goods and consumer confidence. That helped boost investor confidence. Trade negotiations, Fed uncertainty, and technical resistance. Technical resistance is what we're having the issue with right now, which is why we're not having a smoother trend higher. If we did throw our fib tool up, though, from the high to the low of yesterday, so here's our low, here's our high, we see that our demand zone lines up in that 50% over there. So again, looking for this area for a pullback. We'll be patient and wait to see how the market wants to react. Good morning, everybody. What's going on, guys? What is up? What is up? This is for the ES. The other zone I had, this blue zone right here, I do want to check that out and see how we're reacting to it and what it is exactly. Really doesn't look that relevant. I think what I might do, let's see, I'll pull it to the left. And I mean, it does show some relevance, right? We see that it worked as resistance, then it was support. It failed as support right here, but it's still, this general area still tried to hold as the bottom of our range. So this also falls with that 64.70. So we will keep an eye on it. My ideal entry would be if we could break below that 70 and head towards that 62 and find some buyers near 62. On Bookmap right now, we do have some buyers at 60. So that's right in that 62 zone. That's where I'm going to be keeping an eye. We also have a 15-minute demand within that 1-hour demand. So if we're looking for zones to sort of overlap with each other, this might be an okay place for an entry on ES. Kyle said, so literally drawing that setup right before you did it. Nice. Makes me feel nice. Awesome, dude. Cool. Nice, bro. Good stuff. Good stuff. You're drawing up what, that same 4-hour demand in 15-minute? That is awesome. Yes, yup, nice, awesome. This is what I don't like in this blue zone right here. So this is going to be like a don't buy zone for me. Like don't trade. And we'll write that on the text somewhere here. And the reason for that is I note whenever price is in this area, it either acts as resistance or support, or price is extremely choppy within this range. So if that's the case, and we start looking like, oh, we're going to sell off, we're pushing through this zone, I don't want to try a short position over here because I know there's a good chance this could be a resistance area. But I also know in the past we've sort of chopped around, broken it, and then reversed. So if that's the case, that we're going to chop around, break, and then reverse, I'd much rather wait for the zone that's lining up underneath that area, right? So that's sort of how I'm finding more confidence in this specific zone itself. Let's see. Good morning, everybody. YouTube guys, drop a like, drop a comment. Let me know what's going on because I'm streaming on Restream today, which is a little different from the OBS stream, so I don't have everything up per usual. Break of the bottom of that blue zone for a reversal is what I was thinking. Yeah, exactly. As I'm typing that, you're saying, bro, that's awesome, man. Yo, Kyle, man, we trade alike, I guess. But yeah, looking for a break of that blue zone, test back higher. That looks beautiful. Let's see. Oh, and I can't clip it now because I'm on, what's it called? Restream. That's all right. That's our pre-market prep for ES. We can take a look at NASDAQ now, see what NQ's doing. Hopefully it's giving us similar price action. It's rejecting a supply zone, I see. It did sort of give us that demand zone. I'm going to delete some of these areas. Let's see. I'm not going to delete that green zone just yet because I want to go to a lower time frame and examine it, sort of analyze it, see what zone it was, and see if any new zones formed over it. Test, test, test. Oh, no way. I wonder, was my audio off this whole time on YouTube? No way. Because you know what? I just checked it and it didn't have a microphone checked for anything. YouTube, you guys got to let me know. That would be wild if I've been muted. That would make sense. Like, why isn't the stream picking up? It's like, should be all right now. All right. 4-hour NASDAQ, 2-hour, 3-hour. Now, the reason I'm sort of skipping over the 4 is because I'm not a big fan of how this candle sort of formed. It was near this low. Let's do our previous day high and low first, actually, and see what's going on there. Previous day high was taken out. We had our A+ zone down there on NASDAQ. That's crazy. Low volume, node bottom. We held it. Amazing. Absolutely love to see it. NASDAQ's been trading a lot nicer than ES has lately, so we might be leaning towards NQ today. Oh yeah, let's also mark out that open. Open price, 4 hour. My initial thoughts, yes, nice, bro. Let's see. I'm gonna pull that up in 1 sec. So 4 hour, not the biggest fan of this area. I'll mark it out for now, just so we have it. This zone 2 broken, don't need it. Actually, I'm gonna come back to this one. And I'm gonna make it red so I know it's a broken supply. 3 hour, 2 hour. Now I liked the reason I came over here to the 2 hour was I like this 2 hour basing and rally a lot more than I liked that 4 hour. So on NASDAQ, I think I would like to see this 23,520. It's about 23,479 as possible 2 hour demand right there. Good morning, guys. Good morning, everybody. Now, something else we could look for, we're already selling off though. Something else we could look for is to see if we do want to hold above these areas. So not retest, hold above those areas, try to sell off again from the supply zone, again fail to sell off, and then continue higher, right? And on the break higher, I'm not looking for a breakout trade. I'd look for a retest of the zone trade, and then I would take it long, targeting the next zone or next key psychological level. Two hour, 1 hour. Also looking for any possible supply zones. That's right. I don't think we found any supply on ES today up there. Oh, no, we had the supply that we had. Now, NASDAQ has been finding a rejection in this area up here. This is a 30-minute supply at 23,603. NQ right now, we do have a negative CVD. Let me pull up our equity charts, though. That's what I was doing before. I knew I was doing something else every now and then. Good morning, everybody. What's going on, guys? What's up? What's up?
Morning, Kevin. I see on your AQ you've got your supply zone at 603. Can you share again why you started there?
Yeah, so that was on the 30-minute time frame, and it came from the day was, I believe it was last Friday. So last Friday, we created some highs, we consolidated and sold off from that area. So on the 30-minute time frame from Friday at 11 a.m. Eastern, 26 starts 23,603, and it goes to about 23,628.
I see it. Thank you, sir.
Absolutely. Yeah, we rejected it a couple times now. We rejected it on Monday. We rejected it yesterday. It was a target yesterday. So we'll see if we want to use it or respect it again today. Again, if we do want to come up to it and we start to break above it, that area of resistance now becomes our support. So we'll see how we want to trade it today on the NASDAQ. Keep a look on our equities too, see where our equities are trading. Let's see. Meta is, what is this? Delete that, don't need that. Meta is within a range. So something I look for on something like Meta is to see if it could break above or below this area over here. Now, guys, don't forget, NVIDIA has earnings today. So they have earnings at the market close near the bell. So keep an eye out for that. Be careful with that. Might bring some volatility. Will most likely bring some volatility. I'm going to be on Futures Fever today, Benzinga, 11:30 to 12:30. Special guest Andrew Diaz, Stock Market Wolf. And then coming 4:30, I'm going to be on Benzinga again covering the NVIDIA earnings report. So basically, guys, I'm going to cover the report. We're going to cover NVIDIA as a company, go over sort of what their roadmap might be, what we should expect to hear from them going forward, expect to hear from them on the call, and then it leads right into the actual earnings call itself. Nice, Marzidi. I see that on Marzidi also has similar price levels on that 63 on ES. I like it. So this is what I'd look for on Meta. I'd like to see if it could find some support down here and push higher. Amazon, sort of a bit of a same situation. Have a small demand zone right here. This is 30-minute demand on Amazon near 227. So I'd like to see if Amazon come and hold that or break higher, right? We're looking for equities to push higher to help support a bull move on the ES and NQ. However, we would ideally like to see us move a little lower first on equities before we move higher to support a pullback to our demand zones before taking that long on ES or NQ. Let's pull the NASDAQ back up. Now, the thing with the pullback scenario is if we do pull back, I don't think we're going to hold this first demand zone. I think if we pull back, we're going to come down to this 4-hour over here. So I'm going to keep an eye on that, watching all of our zones equally. The higher the time frame zone, the more respect the zone should have. Just an FYI. This is a 2-hour right here? Why does it feel like the rectangle doesn't? There we go. Now let's check out NVIDIA. Really looking right now for any strength in equities. NVIDIA is above previous day high. It was above previous day high. Damn, man. Coming off that 180s. NVIDIA all-time highs? Not yet. New all-time highs on NVIDIA. Very close, though. We'll be looking at the regular session, not extended hours. Daily time frame. Previous all-time highs on NVIDIA right here. We're going to make it a light blue, and then we'll double click it to put our text in there. Call it ATH, all-time high. And we will also make that sort of like that light blue, and we'll put that in the middle and hit OK. So that's our all-time high on NVIDIA. So again, if we could find some continuation on equities, that would be ideal. Look at NVIDIA on the daily time frame here. Volume's been pretty steady. Volume's been steady right over here. And price has been steady. So things are looking steady. So I would want to see that continuation on something like NVIDIA. It's taking out, look at this, previous day high taken out, closed green, previous day high taken out, closed green, same thing, same thing. 4 days in a row of that. We want to see if we could hit day 5. Let's take a look. And you know what's cool? We could look at Edgeful for that. Let's see, our Edgeful, our statistic-based platform. Let's see, where is, there we go. Good morning, everybody. I don't even think I did the restream, so go out to YouTube, and I don't even think it's going out to YouTube right now. No, it says it is. All right, whatever. Let's see. So let's do our stock. We're gonna look at NVDA, and we're going. So that's cool. It gives you the what's in play on stocks too. Previous day's range is what we're looking for. And we're really looking for previous day high broken and closed green. We want to see streaks wise. Let's see. I guess you can't. YouTube's okay? Yeah, I know. All right, that's good at least to know that the volume's working on it. Oh yeah, I could just check Twitter on my phone. Duh. Let's see. Let's also see. Do previous day high low. Yeah, again, I was looking for a streak here, looking to see if there was any streaks. I see here's 3 red in a row, 3 green in a row. Oh, here we go. Look at all these reds in a row. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 reds in a row on NVIDIA. Okay, here's 4 greens. I guess really what I was looking for, here's 5 greens. What I was looking for was the fact that NVIDIA can have some continuation, can find that trend. Bullishbrs. Let's see. Yeah, it is live. All right, good stuff, good stuff. You know what? Join me live now. Join. Awesome. Oh, and it does say there's viewers. All right, I don't know what Restream's telling me there's no viewers. I'm like, Stupid of me to do. Alright, let's see. Still streaming? Still live? Okay, still live. My bad, everybody. Alright. Anyways, let's put this back over here. Let's go back to our NASDAQ and ES and find our gap fill price levels. Also, we want to turn our regular trading hours. Oh, electronic trading hours are on. Perfect. NASDAQ has a bit of the same deal. Let me delete this volume profile for a second, where this 2-hour demand zone also lines up with a 15-minute demand. This 15-minute demand is actually a lot nicer than that 2-hour. So I'm going to mark that out too. That might be like my main key level that I'm looking for on the NASDAQ today, 23,510. And I would use 23,500 as my stop loss once we do start to reverse off of those areas. Let's see, NASDAQ 23,510 is what I'm looking for. I don't really see anything here on NASDAQ at the moment. I do see, however, oh no, I was gonna say it looks like there's a lot of strong volume, like positive volume delta down here, but that was from previous day's session. So there are buyers in that area, and that is good to know. So we'll keep an eye on that. Let's see. Oh, we got to check on gold, guys. How do we not check on gold? It is 9:19, guys. Markets open in 10 minutes. Gold is continuing its trend higher, so that's a nice thing to know on gold. We're looking for a trend. It's very nice, actually. In my opinion, nothing beats a gold trend. Nothing beats a Jet 2 holiday. I hope somebody gets that joke in reference. All right, let's see. I'm expecting a bounce at least 23,510. Cool, cool.
Good morning, everyone.
Hey, what's up? Good morning, Ricardo. What's going on, bro?
Ready to make some money.
Yes, sir. Awesome, awesome. Guys, don't forget, I got Andrew Diaz coming on, the Stock Market Wolf, at 11:30 for Futures Fever today.
Is that today?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. This week, Andrew Diaz. Next week, I'm trying to get Carmine Rosado. Apex, I had a meeting with Apex. They wanted me to try to get Tori Trades. I'm sure you guys know who she is.
Yeah, I know who she is.
Ricardo, you know all the traders in the trader space.
I follow some.
That's right. I'm the same way. It's cool. I like it. But you know, that'd be pretty interesting because she's more of a future swing trader, but she does trade and partner with Apex too. So I'd be interested to hear her take on it, sort of how she trades. She trades mainly trend lines, so we'll see.
And she trades mainly platinum.
Yeah, that's right, like platinum. Yep, and silver, right? Or no, I think you're right, just mainly platinum. That's something, man. Definitely interested to hear her take, hear her thoughts. How she does her market analysis. I know she does trend lines, but like, is there more to it? Is she doing any economic like background research? Is she looking into the geopolitical aspects? Is she checking the economic calendar before she enters a swing trade? But that'd be pretty cool. So yeah, we got some shows lined up, man. Be really cool. I'm very, very excited. Oh, you know what? That reminds me, guys. Give me a half a second. I gotta send them over the new thumbnail. Okay. All right. I got it. My bad. My bad. Let's see. Let's see. Oh, you know what? All right, my bad, guys. Appreciate you guys for bearing with me. Alrighty then. Oh, right, economic data. What's today's? Wednesday. Nothing major. Crude oil inventories. So be a little careful with that. I don't even think it's inventories. Oil imports, oil stocks, oil stock change. Just be a little careful on the oil route. We haven't been trading oil like all year, so not much of an issue on our end. But we'll wait.
Yeah, I'm not having much success with oil lately.
Bro, that's what I'm telling you, man. Just don't even waste your time with it. It's just awful.
Yeah, I haven't actually cleared it off my chart. For the time being, I'm like, maybe come back and look at it again later.
Yeah, no, I'll say it and I'll stick by it until the whole tariff ordeal is over, or at least especially over with Canada. Oil's going to remain a horrendous day trading commodity because of the inaccuracy, because of the no continuation, the poor price action intraday, and then the poor price action swing trade wise. It's just, it really is. It will have two major pivot days, and then it'll just have horrendous price action for weeks on weeks on weeks. It really hasn't been giving us proper price action and good price action at that. It hasn't been respecting previous day highs and lows. It hasn't been respecting supply and demand. The only thing it's really been respecting has been this purple zone I have right here for support when we're above it and resistance when we're below it. But other than that, there's really nothing to trade off of. It has been bad. Oil is heavily affected and impacted by tariffs because the US gets 60% of our crude oil inventory from Canada. So if we're going to be tariffing Canada, especially the energy sector, that's going to have an impact on our crude oil markets. So because of the uncertainty in that realm, do we have tariffs on them? Are they pulling the tariffs from us? Recently, Canada announced that they're no longer tariffing extra on the US, blah, blah, blah. So it's so up in the air that it's not even worth it to trade until we have some certainty. Whereas something like gold is a different commodity. It's an entirely different market. It's been range bound since April, yes, but at least the price action has been giving us some pivots intraday. It's been giving us some relative price action that we could at least follow for a few days in a row, unlike oil. And that's because gold is more of a safe haven. It's a definition of a safe haven. Think of safe haven, think of gold. All right, I think I rambled on about gold enough. Let's check out how the dollar's doing. DXY. Dollar's choppy, so weak dollar. I see chop as weakness. Weak dollar should lead to strong gold. It did break above its range, though. That is something I'll be a little aware of. Could add an alert here on the dollar, see if it could break back below 98.50. Come back to gold. Now let's see if we can find an entry on gold. Now this 1 hour supply zone, I see that we broke it temporarily last night. So I do want to see if we hold this demand and go break that high again. Because, guys, a good way to use supply and demand is that if we're holding a demand zone, that means we're creating a higher low because we're holding the demand, right? Because our lower low would be made if we took out this low right here, right there. So if we hold that and create a higher low, we should look to also create a higher high. So that would be why when we use demand as an entry, we would be targeting a new high. Whereas when we're using something like a fair value gap or something else, it depends on our target because we might be trading a range instead of trading to a new high or low. So it is important to know. We could check gold, previous day's range, and we could look at futures, and we could look at gold. Oh my god, this guy's awesome. Now let's see, GC. Hey guys, I need your opinion. Which thumbnail. I'm going to post it in the chat right now. 1 or 2. The only difference is the wording right here. It's Futures Fever on both. Different fonts.
Didn't post properly.
What do you mean?
I like the right one better.
This one? The yellow writing?
The double yellow.
Yeah. All right. That's what I thought. Thank you. Let's see.
I like both of them.
I can only use one. I get the new thumbnail from the digital creator guy, and then I got to send the new thumbnail over to the producer guy, and then we got everything rolling. All right. Oh yeah, I want to see gold previous day high broken. We want to look at our future session though. Previous day high broken. 71% chance of closing green on gold. Odds are high for gold to close green. Previous day high and low, we have them marked out. We have our open price marked out too. So if odds are we close green today, that means odds are we close above our open price, which our open price is over here. Markets are open. ES and NQ, what's going on over there? Are they near our entries? No, okay, good.
So if ES is coming down and doing a half back move over yesterday in pre-market, that puts us around 64, 63.
Nice.
But that's a long play.
Yeah. Let's see. I want to see sellers take a little control here. I want to see us head towards 23,510 on NASDAQ. It's about 40 points from where we are right now. Check out gold is pulling back too. I would like to see gold back in this demand zone. That would be fantastic. Let's see, gold, CVD, well, a little all over the place on gold. NQ, there we go. NQ's making its way towards that 10. Love to see it. This is how we trade it. We'll have to see how equities are, though. NVIDIA's selling off like it's having a fire sale right now. Bounce at 520? Dude, we better hope not. Tape reading? Oh, yeah, you saw it on the tape. Maybe. Yeah, we had a buyer sitting at 530. 25 is where we bounced. 30 is where we had an active seller. Yeah, active buyer down there. So that might be an area where we bounce. We'll see. It's not in my zone, so I don't like it. I only like these areas when they line up in my zones. Like right now, look at this. A new area lined up, 500. That's in my zone, 500. Perfect. Great. We'll wait. And if we don't get that, then guess what? We'll trend and we'll get a low volume shelf and we'll have that entry then. So either way, we wait. We're not going to try to predict the market now. We're not going to get in now thinking that, oh, now we're pulling back. I might have missed it. Because it could just sell right off again. It could hold again. I don't know. I'm not trying it. I'm good, thank you. Equities are pretty choppy right now. Apple pulling back, so is Amazon. Nvidia's just, dude, selling off like it's hot right now. Really, it opened at 182, and it's at 181. Already a dollar move to the downside on Nvidia. Meta with a pump up. Meta opened around 752 and is trading at 753.50. coming into some passive sellers up here. Now, we did hold these buyers, so we'll see. Just got to wait right now. What's the ES doing? Did we have a good setup on ES? What were we looking for on the ES? All right, we were saying leave that blue zone alone. Yo, Kyle, because both of us were looking at it, it's not going to happen. Market's going to be like, nah. Yeah, right? That's now my thought, but we can't think that right now. That's what the market wants us to think right now. It's only been 3 minutes into market open. We do not want to rush it. YouTube, I'm turning this hi-hat light off because I need that on later, and I'd rather not have it on my face for 4 hours straight. Not even a hi-hat light. It's one of those ring lights. It's even stronger in my face. Let's see. Good morning, everybody. Good morning, Ozzy. What's up, Oz? Mr. Concentrator, Aziz. Good morning, Charlie. Mike, what's up? David, DC, what's up? What's up, guys? I'm staying patient for hopefully some NASDAQ longs near 23,500, 23,510. Guys, don't forget, we got a special guest today on Futures Fever. Andrew Diaz, the stock market wolf, goes by, makes a lot of money, trades options, trades very heavy in size, hundreds of contracts on the SPY when he trades, on the QQQ when he trades. He does trade a little bit of futures as well. I feel like almost most traders at this point who have some type of interaction in the content world are trading, if not both, mainly futures, but if not both. So pretty cool to see him doing that, and we'll get his opinion, his market insight, how he approaches the markets, and his trading strategy. Guys, look at that. NASDAQ did really end up holding off that 35. There's 30 points right off of it right now. Good job, Kyle. I like that, man. That's smart. He said, sitting flat, only trading evals today. Had a decent Asia session last night. So he knows which sessions he does well in. He knows when to stay flat. He knows when to say, okay, I'll just trade evals today. You know, we just wait. Wait and wait and wait. And gold? Nope. What I would like to know on gold is if we have a low volume shelf right here that we just tested and I probably missed. Nope, we don't even. Not even. That's crazy. Oh, yeah, it's a P shape. That's bearish on gold. We'll be crazy patient on that. Look at that. NASDAQ's pulling back. All we have to do is look at gold for a second. The question is, does the buyer that absorbed the seller down here want to protect his order and hold buyers up, right? Because that's what he's been trying to do today. But now we have a big buyer sitting right here. Right, look at this big buyer, 240, was it 146? It says now, before it said 240. 161. Now there's trapped because market's reversed on them. So let's see if that volume is enough to push us lower to our zone on NASDAQ. Let's see. One second.
Oh, you bit this though?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. I might go get myself another hair.
Alrighty. NASDAQ chopping around. It does seem like buyers have more control at this point. Amazon new high of day. Nvidia's trying to move lower to new low of day. Google also pushing higher though, so equities are trying to hold. If Nvidia could, I almost want to try a long here on NASDAQ, but I hate trying longs. Sort of in the middle of nowhere over here. But equities are flying right now. Amazon's pumping up. Nvidia's selling off. Google's pumping higher. Microsoft just pumped up right there. Apple's trying to hold. Equities look ready on NASDAQ. Yeah, I mean, again, it looks okay for the buys. I just don't like buying up here. Not a fan of it. That's called trading in the middle of nowhere. See that? We don't want to trade in the middle of nowhere.
I'm going.
All right, one sec. All right, let's see. NASDAQ still shopping around, so no trades right now, guys. We're really just waiting. Would I click away for a second and we found some selling? We'll keep NASDAQ on the chart for now because that's the one that's closest to our area of entry. 23,500 possible targets of the downside too. Where's our gap fill? Here's our 55 close. That's our gap price. We haven't filled it. We opened over here. So we opened 0.2% away. So high odds of us filling the gap. That could be our first target. But I'm looking for this demand zone to hold.
I got that at 505.75.
505. What's that?
I got that at 505.75. That gap close. Is that what you got?
No, for the gap fill I have 23,587. Oh, are you looking at ES?
No. I'm looking at NQ, but that was the close of yesterday.
Yesterday, Tuesday, 3:45 close. It'd be 3:45 candle close because 4 p.m. is when the New York session closes.
Okay.
Where are you marking yours out?
Just take a day candle, look to the close on that.
That's why. Because you're looking, when you're on the daily time frame on futures, you're looking at the full 23 hours. When we're looking for our gap fill price level, we're just looking at the New York sessions.
Doesn't the New York session close right at the end of the 23 hour though?
No.
There's an hour off, right?
Yeah.
Okay, all right. The New York session closes at 4 p.m. Eastern. Full 23-hour closes at 5 p.m. Eastern. The main thing to watch for is remembering that, let's say you're on a 15-minute chart. You would look at the 345 close, the 345 candle, because that candle goes from 345 to 4 p.m. Now, I know you know that, but to explain to the others, because a lot of people would look at the 4 p.m. candle and say, no, that's actually the 4:15.
Right. Yep. Thank you, Marzetti. Here we go, Naz. Come on, pick up some steam to the downside. Oh, wow. NVIDIA really selling off right now. Ready for NASDAQ to crack it. Here comes the sun. Do 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 do. Good morning, everybody. Hope you're all doing well today. Happy Wednesday. It's a great day to have a great day, so I hope you guys all have a great day. Let's take a look at NASDAQ down here. We're in this blue zone. This was where buyers stepped in before. Come on now. Close to new low a day right there. Close to that demand zone too. Here we go. Wicked inside that demand zone. I didn't see any buyers there on Bookmap yet, so I'm just going to wait. Looks like a buyer did just step in there. Let's see if we could retest this demand zone one more time. I'm looking for 20 as a possible entry. I don't know if we're going to get 20, though. Let's see. I'm more concerned it just sells right off through the demand zone, if anything. But I just tapped it. It's trying to hold this 27 a little bit. Ooh, struggling a little bit, really. We could try it here off of this like 25-ish and put our stop loss at the low we just made. But I think, yeah, I was going to say it might just instant stop out there. Let's see if we do want to come to that 10 area. The 10 and the 23,500. Those are the areas we were looking for. If we do start reversing, we do have some sellers trapped down here, but we do want to be a little patient. Nvidia is still selling off, so I wouldn't jump in these longs just yet, guys. We have 47 seconds left for it to close. Hold up. Might look okay. Let's see. Good buying pressure coming in there. Let's see. Nvidia's sold off, though, so let's just wait 1 sec. Could wait for this 5 minutes to close. We got 30 seconds left. Really no rush there. If we start to reject the zone, and then we could take some longs going higher. If not, we could just wait. Really no reason to rush. I wanted to see us go towards that 500 area. Nvidia is still selling off. So is Microsoft now too. So is Google. Should see another drop on, on NQ here. Nice. All right, we're getting close to that 500.
I was just gonna say you're waiting for it to get down all the way to the 500, but now it's like, yeah.
Now it's there. Let's see. I'm gonna wait for it to break it a little bit and see how we want to react off of it. A lot of selling pressure, so I don't want to jump in a long right now because of the selling pressure. But once we do sort of start to stall out, I'll give it a shot right there on some NQ longs. Right there. I'm in longs, NQ, stop at the low we just made in this demand zone. If it fails, it fails. Stopped out, that is what it is. But looking for buyers to hold us in this demand zone, looking for the sellers to be trapped, selling, going short at the lows down here in this demand zone. Very nice reaction so far. Need to see if these buyers want to hold us here. Nvidia with a nice little pullback to the upside. That should help support this. Definitely want to be careful because now, look at that, guys. Now we got some new targets to the downside, unfortunately. So be careful. That little wick did just stop me out, but I'm not completely, lacking confidence in these longs. I might do a starter position so I could widen my stop loss and try to let this trade play out. But I'd really want to see where ES is trading to. Is ES also near? ES did not come near that support zone. ES has been relatively stronger than NQ today, actually. I want to try again off the 500 for some longs. Just got to be extra careful. Equities are still pretty weak. Looks like we're trying to squeeze here.
The CBD on the ES is climbing. So that's encouraging for a long.
Yeah, look at this, guys. Long's going crazy right now. I want to try to get filled somewhere in the demand zone at least because I want us to reverse to new high a day. And to that gap fill too. I'm in just one position, NASDAQ. I got in at the sort of top of this demand over here. But we'll wait. Just wait and see now. $540 first take profit on just a pullback trade right here. Equities trying to hold Google new high a day. Nvidia pushed green. That should also help NASDAQ. What in the hell? Nice, guys. Nice. Look at that. It's giving us a re-entry. Whoa. What the hell? Let's see. That was crazy, guys. Sellers came in with a vengeance on that drop. Be so careful. Sellers are able to take...
Stop to just take profit just barely, and it hit me from the
drop. Oh man, dude, I bet, bro. That thing just dropped like nothing, bro. It was 9:49, no news or anything for that. 15-minute closes in 10 minutes. I am concerned sellers take control and keep going here. That is wild. That's actually insane. Yeah, me too. Me too. No more longs on NQ. That's wild. NQ's got way more strength to the downside right now. Delta's pushing lower. ES also not near our zone of support either. We could just wait right now. Those sellers are giving us crazy spikes to the downside, so that's something we should be expecting to see continuation with, right? Let's see. Amazon just sold off like it's crazy too. Definitely ready for NQ to continue lower. Let's see. Now it's going to reverse now that I said that. I'm just kidding. Let's check our 15-minute. See where a possible short entry might be. 15 still hasn't closed. I almost want to let the 15-minute close to see if it gives us a reversal candle. All right, let's just wait right now, guys. Sellers are able to take it quicker to the downside, but we are in a demand zone, so I wouldn't want to go short in a demand. But clearly, man, these longs are getting wrecked. How's the 5-minute look? How's volume look on the 5-minute? Volume did pick up on that last 5-minute candle, which is usually what I look for a reversal in demand. So could possibly give it one more shot. But just remember, guys, the volatility has been insane, like literally insane. So don't be risking more than you're willing to lose in this market. This market will rip your face off very quickly. Remember, I was sort of looking to see if NQ could continue to the downside, head towards that 4-hour demand down there. Now, because we had good volume in this candle right here in a demand zone, sometimes that does lead to the reversal. So right now, I'm sort of waiting for the 15-minute candle to close, and I want to see this 15-minute candle give me a basing candle off of this 15-minute demand zone, right? So it'd be like creating a demand over another demand. So I need this 15 to close somewhere above this white line up here. And that closes in about 8 minutes. 8 minutes, guys.
All right, if this is an ICT trade, this should be the turning point north.
On ES or NQ?
ES.
There is no really high probability trade in this area right now. I don't even want to be like, guys, let's try long again, because longs have been failing. I don't want to be like, let's try shorts, because we don't know if shorts start to fail in this demand zone. Then we'll be selling into an area of support. We don't want to do that. I'd only be leaning long. Just really need that 15 and 30 to start to close soon. I think the hourly also closes at that point too. So we'll just be patient.
A bunch of absorption here at the 76s on ES.
Nice. Yeah, NVIDIA also finding some support. Google new high a day. Meta finding support. That's good. There we go, guys. Nice. Now, targets. Let's see if we have targets to the upside on NQ. Nothing really major on Bookmap. Nothing really to the downside either, so that's good. Nice. Get us out of this demand zone. Minute 15 left, and it's eventually going to be stopping out a lot. If it is trying to reverse, remember we have our low-hanging fruit, which is all these pivot lower highs. We're going to try to take those out, and we do have our gap fill price up here too. So that's what I'm looking for on NASDAQ today. Nice, nice. I did re-enter just one contract at 23,503. Stop at 23,488. I didn't really want to be like, guys, I'm taking it again, because I didn't feel that confident in it. The only thing that was keeping me confident was the high volume on this candle right here. But I really need to see this 5-minute sort of hold up, and then that next 5-minute and 15 too. There we go. A little buying pressure there. Great. Just gotta wait right now, guys. Be patient. I'm gonna be looking for a re-entry to add. Wow, look at that buying. Really, really squeezing here. NVIDIA pushing up, Google pushing higher. So's Apple, so's Amazon, so's Microsoft. Equities are pushing. Pushing real good. 5 seconds left in this 5-minute. No way. Do we really break and continue on that next 5? That would be crazy. Just waiting right now, guys. ES acting like a rabid squirrel. I got to check out ES. I haven't really looked at ES this morning. Really been looking at NASDAQ. Ooh, ES, yeah. It has been supported by that blue zone, though. Using Market Pulse, guys, you could look to get out when we're squeezing green, like overbought and oversold, in at oversold, out at overbought. It's really cool. Where's this volume profile from? Let's add a new one from our New York session now. All right, we're coming back to this demand. Let's see if this is our retest.
All right, ES is going into a squeeze.
To the up or down?
Sideways.
All right, I'm adding there.
The Bollinger Bands are contracting, so that tells us, anytime you have a squeeze, you have a pop. You just don't know when.
Yeah, I'm adding there. Stop at 500 on this ad. Added on the retest of demand, so that would be new possible trade entry. Would be off demand, stop at that 500, like to target gap fill. Equities holding up. Amazon pushing higher. Google new high a day again. Need NVIDIA to start pushing higher, and it's trying to. Fantastic. Come on, equities. Come on, NASDAQ. Give us that squeeze. Come on, NVIDIA. Don't fail me now. Part of me is like, maybe we should try to get out of one here. Lock in some profit. But we got to see. Got to see. Just be patient. $15 trying to reverse, 30 minutes looking like a reversal candle too. So we'll hold it. Looking for that gap fill as profit target.
2.5 minutes to 10 quants. Anything at 10?
Nope, nothing at 10 today. Here we go, Naz. Come on, get that follow through. Get that follow through. Break that 35. I don't think we're going to continue higher right now on this 30-minute. I do think we might consolidate a little bit here, but I think on the next 30 that opens, we could get a nice trend. I hope I'm wrong. I'd like to be wrong and see us continue higher. That'd be even better. But whatever the case may be. I'm in 2 NQ contracts. First contract was at 503. Second was an ad around 520. Stop loss is at 500 and 490. Watch 10 o'clock come out and it just drops right to stop loss. Oh, it's struggling. Remember, 15-minute. I'm okay with it closing a little red on the 15. Not too red. Bro, I'm cold, man. I'm always cold lately. NVIDIA finding some buying support, but Google has now found some resistance. Microsoft's at a new low a day right there. That's ugly for NQ longs. NVIDIA finding support, pushing higher, trying to push green on this current 5-minute candle. That should be helpful. We just really need to see Microsoft start to reverse, and it just made another new low of day. Apple also trying to pull back. There we go. NVIDIA with a little bit of a run up. Got to see if that could help NQ, but unfortunately, NVIDIA is the only one really trying to run up right now, but hopefully the other equities will find some follow through too. NVIDIA is a big holder of the NQ and ES, so we will be careful.
Remember, NQ or NVIDIA has
Earnings.
tonight, so there's a lot of people taking positions and a lot of people staying out. So
does that cancel each other out if there's a lot of people taking positions and a lot of people can't staying out?
I don't know. But it's a big bet. It's a big deal. And,
all right. New 30-minute. That's exactly what I'm looking for us to continue higher on the 30. I'm going to hold this. Need to see equities start to continue. Equities are a little weak, but I'm going to hold this. Nice. Here we go. There we go. Give us something. Give us something. Head towards that 50. Head towards that 62. Head towards that 93. I got 87 is the gap fill target. Definitely a little concerned of this chop we're getting, but we are trying to come out of this demand zone. We did have okay volume. 30-minute was trying to reverse. So is the 15 closed green. Could really just wait right now. My stop loss is down over here.
all right, so watch 60, ES 64, 83, 75.
Nice.
That is your liquidity.
CVD pushing higher. Nice. Cumulative volume delta is pushing higher on the NASDAQ. Trying to push positive. That's great. A little bit of a pullback. Finding some resistance off of that 40 area. Just waiting for us to break it.
Crack the glass.
What's that? Crack the glass. Yeah, right? Bro, no joking. Google trying to hold up again. So is Meta and Microsoft. That's good. We just need NVIDIA to hold up. Equities are real choppy right now. Definitely not the biggest fan, but we had a solid entry. We got in on a little pullback on an ad too. Want to be patient on this. I do want to be patient on this. Microsoft a little resistance. Same with Apple. Amazon's pushing higher though. Yeah, I'm holding the longs because of the demand zone, guys. Just waiting. Waiting. Nice. There we go. Finally.
Here we go.
Bro, so I'm just like looking down and texting and shit. Let the market do its thing, man. Let the market do its thing. Equity's trying to pop here. I'll hold it for a second. Part of me is like, let's take profit off one on this high. But again, we waited long enough. We finally pushed green on the delta. This could just be a pullback. Let's just wait. I'm gonna wait. I'm gonna pretend I'm keep texting.
Very choppy today.
Yeah, right? No kidding. No kidding. All right, hopefully that was the last run down to support before we're able to continue higher here. But what an ugly pullback. Gold, anything? Oh, gold's in demand. Bro, I'm about to open a gold trade, I swear. We won't. We'll stay in NASDAQ. But NASDAQ, yo, you...
We have an edgeful algo short orb. I don't know.
Bro, NASDAQ, stop struggling right now.
So if you take the algo short, target south is going to be 34.21.5.
Oh, gold. Oh, Amazon pushing higher, so is Nvidia. I need Apple to start pushing higher. I'm going to hold this on equities, man. It was the 30-minute time frame that kept me bullish, 15 that kept me bullish. Hourly was a little bearish those last couple hourlies, but 15 and 30 were lining up for a reversal candle off of demand. So that's why I'm holding this. I'd like to see us at least hit the gap fill and possibly previous day high in the open price. Here we go. Beautiful. Hooray, my new thumbnail's there. There we go, guys. Nice. Beautiful. Beautiful. Patience, young samurais. We have to wait. All right, we keep coming into some resistance up here. I'm thinking of taking a contract out, but I'm thinking of being patient too. We have some aggressive buyers trying to step in up here too at this 42 area. $56. I'd like to see us above 56 for more confidence to the buy side. Nice, guys. Beautiful. Oh my goodness. Amazing. Fantastic. It's a great ad on the trade too. That ad would have been my original entry if I had waited for a confirmation entry. Let's see now. Look at that. There's 51, 53. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Equity's really pushing here. Nvidia pushing up. A little resistance here. I almost, again, want to consider taking a contract off into some strength up here, but what a pop. What a pop. We still got 565 to take out. 565 to take out up there. I don't like the resistance we're finding up here. I might get out of one at 50. Let's see. Nvidia is pushing higher. I want to see NASDAQ follow through here. I like that we are consolidating up here. It means we are picking up volume at these price levels. CVD is still green, so I'm not going to exit just yet. Let's see if we get another spike here. There's Google. There's NVIDIA. They're trying to hold. There we go. 53, 68, great. 55, fantastic. Some support building up below us, great. Just need to see that hold now. At an orange key level, 56 I had. Nice, there we go, broke that 56. I'm looking for 65 possible first target. Another 10 points there on NAS. You know what? Let's get out of one at 57 up here. Just to get out of one. We don't know if here. We'll try to get out of 55. 55. If it hits 55 one more time and out of one. Fantastic. Really, really great trade. Moving stops to break even on the original entry. And going to let this last contract run to our gap fill price target. Good job, guys. Nice. Beautiful. I was looking for the 30-minute for a reversal. Now we're definitely getting it, bro. We caught those lows. That's what's up. Great time frame analysis, volume analysis, technicals with supply and demand, knowing our market sentiment with market AI. Good stuff all around. Nice close.
Yes.
Nope, I was just going to say nice close on the 5-minute.
PS volume node 6487.5.
Yo, I'm ready for a squeeze here to that 87 level. Equities are all pulling back. Be a little careful. Could get out here. I mean, 50 points on NASDAQ is a nice trade. Let's see. Wanted to see us continue, though, so I'll wait. All right, Google new high. Microsoft trying to hold. Equities are still looking bullish. I'm going to hold. See if we get that gap fill. See what the odds of that gap fill are. Gap fill. NQ. By size. By the time I check it, not 82% chance of filling. So 82% chance we hit that price level. I'm holding this last contract. So it either goes back to break even at 23,500 or it goes to 23,587. Equities are pulling back really strong right now, though. A little bit of a concern. Just got to remember, it was that 15-minute and 30-minute candle that was keeping me bullish. But, dude, Amazon, really, all equities are pulling back strong. NASDAQ's going to feel that. I'm not going to get out down here. I'm going to wait. Just got to wait. Good morning, everybody. Hope you're all doing well today. Don't forget to join me on Benzinga today at 11:30 for Futures Fever. I've got special guest Andrew Diaz, aka the Stock Market Wolf, pretty well known in the trading industry, on social media, sort of just around. So we'll have him on today, go over his trading strategy, how he approaches the market. It's going to be a great, great show. So I really do want you guys there. Show some love, show some support. I do appreciate it myself. I put a lot of time and effort. I'm really trying to revamp this show. I sort of came on the Futures Fever show as a guest, and then they asked me to host it. Since then, they didn't really give me much direction in the sense of, do you have guests or not? So I didn't have guests for a while. The show is now extended from 30 minutes to an hour, and I feel like a guest would be really helpful. So I would appreciate your guys' help with just showing some support, some viewer participation or whatever, a like or whatever. And yeah, and then I could bring another cool guest on next week and the following week and go over all different trading strategies. And look at this, guys. NASDAQ continuing higher. I'm still in that last contract. We're waiting. How great is that? What a Wednesday. Equities aren't even holding that much. So this turnaround surprises me. That's great. That's really great, really. Almost want to get out up here in this lower volume, but look at that New York session high right there. Great. Fantastic. We're holding that. We're going for that gap fill, guys. 87. Long on GC works. Oh, no way. Oh, yeah, look at that. Oh, yeah, wow. All right, it's working so far. Nice. Yeah, we're killing it today, guys. Bread and butter, bread and butter. Shake and bake, baby. Shake and bake. Definitely looking to get out into some strength up here on NQ. Bro, part of me really wants to hold till that gap fill. Another part of me knows 66 points is nice on NASDAQ. Let's see. If you could break the 70, that'd be ideal. Nice close on the 5-minute again. All right. I'll hold it for a sec. Okay. Is it 70 break? Wow. No kidding.
Yes, is in a demand zone or a supply zone.
Oh, thank you. I'm going to look for a place to get out of this NASDAQ long. Because now 70 points is nice on NASDAQ. I wanted 87. There's 74. If we could climb straight to 87, great. Equity's holding. I'll hold. I'll wait. Wow, look at that guy. Steady climb up, and we're in this whole run up. All right, let's see. Do we get out at 75, 76, 77, 78? Wow. All right, I'm going to get out there, guys. I'm out right there on NASDAQ. Fantastic, guys. Good job. Great job. Taking it right before the gap fill, just in case we fail the gap fill, because this was a great trade. Very good stuff. Oh, man, dude, we're going to get that gap fill. That's crazy, dude. What a great setup. Good patience on that. Good execution. I did get chopped out of the first entry, right? So it could have been a little more patient, but that's all right. Sorry, we made it back and then some. Could take stake. Oh, geez. Government taking stake in all of these companies, man. Where's ES at? ES. I don't really see a good supply zone up here. See ES supply at 64.96. 64.96.
You got some GAX levels and blind level stuff here from Mentor Q up at 64.90 and 64.91.
Nice.
So very possible targets there.
Nice. I think NASDAQ continues. I think it actually continues to the supply zone, to that open price, and continues higher from there. I think we caught the bottom of NASDAQ. That was a great job, guys. And great exit too, in my opinion. My original entry, 503. 503. And then I added, the ad was pretty crap. at 27. So 503 was original entry down here, 503. 27 was the add because that's where we retested this demand zone. And then it filled me with market order. I tried to get filled at 23. It filled me 27. And then got out first contract around 55. So 27 to 55 is 23, 24 points. And then that 503 to 70, 75, 03 to 75, about 72 points. So not too shabby. Gap fill really close, man. It's wild. Good stuff, guys. Hopefully you guys were able to make some money on the NQ with that. Definitely great call trading NASDAQ recently, guys.
ES high of day at 80, or pre-market high 89 and a quarter.
Gap fill is hit. Damn, bro. There's the gap fill. That's crazy. What a clean run up. Just continuation. We had this big volume candle come into this demand zone. That is awesome.
Get some more of that on the way up.
Nice. Good stuff, bro. Wow. Wow. Oh my god. Oh my goodness. Here comes that supply zone, 604. Oh man, I was in at 503. I could have held till 604.
I should have held.
Always with the coulda, woulda, shouldas, bro. It's alright. It's alright. Me too.
Coulda, woulda.
Just gotta be able to copy what we did today and do it again the next day. Or if not the next day, the next time this setup occurs. A+ setup right there. I'm gonna write that one down. Let's see.
ES call wall up at 61.
Bro, I'm so tired lately. All right, high volume candle on the 5-minute in a supply and demand zone. A+. A++. Damn, bro. Supply zone's about. What's that?
I want to re-enter.
I want to buy these highs so bad right now.
No, I'm gonna wait for the bull.
Nice. Yo, gold actually worked out real well off that demand. That would have been another nice setup. That's funny. Yo, check it out. Gold gate. What's that?
Have you ever gone 2 entries, like 2 trades at the same time?
I have. I don't like to. Definitely not the biggest fan of it, but I have. This would have been a great example of one of them. And look, gold right here. Gold had the same entry where it was a 5-minute big red sell candle with volume increased in a demand zone, and then we reversed from there. So that's pretty clean too. Gold and NQ gave similar entries today. Gave the same trade setup. That is real cool. Oh man, Kyle said he missed the NQ entry because he was on gold.
No, Kyle.
Bro, hopefully you banked it with gold though. Gold is still pushing. Bro, I am tired, man.
Kyle, you're going to have to do some training videos for us to know that. If you're going to brag, you got to, if you're going to brag, you got to teach.
100%, Kyle.
Kyle's going to be like, I just trade supply and demand like Kevin. No, I'm just kidding. Pass both evals. Good job, bro. Group total P&L. Nice. Love it, bro. That is awesome. We came up with the same trade plan this morning on ES. It's funny that it didn't happen. I apply everyone's stuff and look for confluence. Nice. Take a little bit of Sig, take a little bit of Kev, take a little bit of Marziti. Do the Gex levels match with the Kev levels? Nice, bro. Killer on NQ, guys. Cool using that gap fill lately. Who mentioned the gap fill recently that had gap fill come on my radar? I think, was it J.E. Marcel? Who was it? Somebody here has been using the gap fill.
Well, it was me, but I was trying to figure out that close from yesterday. So I don't know if that was my credit or not, but.
Got you. No, you're fine. You definitely reminded me of it today. Over the past couple weeks, though, I've been every now and then when I do check it, it's been like a real high % chance that we fill the gap. So it's been working out as a nice price target when applied to our supply and demand. Like, so when we open and we have a high chance of filling the gap, but we immediately start trading away from it, I know a lot of people that are trading that gap fill either get stopped out or they get worried or they think it's not going to work anymore. Meanwhile, I know the odds are still in our favor. We're just getting a way better entry. So that's real cool. NASDAQ catching a fade off of the supply zone right now. Gold trying to hold. That is beautiful. Dollar was weak and choppy, like we mentioned in our pre-market.
A lot of chop here on this level on ES. It's a couple Gex levels and stuff like that.
Nice. Oh, wow. This is the first, I feel like this is the first time in weeks I've seen an actual trend on ES on the 5-minute chart for more than like 2 or 3 candles. I feel like it's just been chopping its way higher lately or chopping its way lower. Like, look at all this chop. We had what, this one day, this was Powell though. Nobody was able to take that. All chop before Powell. We had this nice sell-off. That was about it. But NASDAQ's been giving us a bit cleaner on price action. Previous day high to act as support on NQ. Where's our previous day high? Oh yeah. Where are we right now? We'd have to break it to act as support, like break above it to act as support, but that's a good idea. I see the vision. You say something, Ricardo? I'm sorry.
No, I just said NQ's still going, man.
Oh, yeah. Got you. Yeah, NASDAQ, man. Running, baby. Caught those bottoms. That's how we do. It's the Bullishbrs way. Bullishbrs, bullish, blah, blah, blah. Futures Fever, I'm Benzinga today, 11:30 a.m. with special guest Andrew. He has at Stock Market Wolf. Oh, you meant ES, which also mean NQ takes out previous day high. Yep, yes, sir, you got it. Oh, it's so weird. Oh, you know what? Oh no, I think YouTube I think is streaming, but I can't see their comments. I just tried to see the comments on Restream and it's like no. Said you cannot do that, sir. Let's see. Yo, what's up, YouTube? Guys, hit that like and subscribe. You guys have been commenting, man. Sorry about that. Vito, are you still here, guys? Anybody on YouTube, let me know if you're still here. Simple and easy. What's up? What type of chart are you using for gold? That is, you read on the... Guys, you guys let me know in YouTube if you guys are still here. Do apologize on that. I'm like, because I was trying to send a message out on Restream, right? I'm like, okay, let me try to send this message out. I'm trying to hit send. I'm like, that's weird. Why isn't it sending? And I click over here. This is where you usually pick if you want to send it to specifically YouTube or X. And it doesn't let me click both. And I was like, oh, shit. Does that mean it's not going through at all? And apparently it's not. YouTube, if you guys are curious, our live streams are Monday through Friday with our community. Yes, sir. Awesome. Monday through Friday with our community. I get on about 8:45 to about 10:30, 11. Depends when we're wrapping up our trading day. And we also have Signet goes live at 7:30, from 7:30 to about 8:15. Another pre-market prep for you guys as well. Gives you guys a few different analysis points of view and perspective on the market, and you could sort of look to see if things line up together. Like Kyle mentioned before, he sort of looks to see everybody's strategy and everybody's stuff and see if there's any confluence that lines up with them. So it is important to get different people's inputs and outlooks on the market. NVIDIA to 200, bro, I bet. Yo, Fairchild was in here. Oh, man. Video's kind of blurry. That would make sense. Yeah, I'm going to have to ditch Restream, dude. I tried to today because I thought it'd get on Twitter. It is, but it's just giving me more issues than it is anything else. YouTube, were you guys able to catch those NASDAQ longs, though? Definitely didn't miss that. Definitely didn't miss that. Here's the link to Futures Fever today. And what's it called? Discord, you guys could get it so right there in the comments. Monday through Friday with your community. Monday through Friday with the community on, so it's on Discord. It's like a Discord community, but you sign up through bullishbrs.com Monday through Friday on Bullishbrs Discord, Monday, Wednesday, and Friday on YouTube. What up, TC Fader, Peace, Siva, Ryan, Rob, what's up, guys? Preacher, Nevada Terry, Mark, good morning, guys. Look at that, NQ continuing.
Let's see, that Futures Fever logo kind of reminds me of Cracker Barrel.
Bro, I thought you were going to really say something. I was worried for a sec.
You hear they rolled back?
Yeah. Bro, that's ridiculous.
Well, you know, they're trying to do the politically correct thing, and people are...
Yeah, they got rid of the cracker and the barrel.
They rolled it back. Yeah, I mean, they rolled it back. They're going back to their old logo. People just pitch too much.
But ain't that the truth? I was looking for you yesterday on YouTube. Yeah, yesterday we were not on YouTube. Yesterday was Tuesday. Yesterday was Tuesday, so we were just on our Discord. It's our Discord community. Let's see. Also, NVIDIA earnings today, too. So that's going to be good. Nice. Got a lot of people waiting for the live stream now. Cool. Cool. You guys rock. All right. Let's take a look at the S&P 500. Did the ES make its way to that supply zone, too? It hasn't. So ES still has a little way to go. I see about 5 points to the upside on ES towards that supply zone. That's sitting at 64.96. 64.96. Taking a look at gold, I see right away it's at 31 now. That's above 30 where it recently was when I checked it out. And those longs are continuing to hold. How great is that on gold? Guys, another great setup would be when we're looking at gold, our 15-minute order block right here, or a demand zone, whichever way you want to cut it, inside a 2-hour demand, and we held it, right? And that was right after we did the same thing right here where we had our 15-minute order block. This one's an order block because we have our basing, a rally, and then we come back to it and test it right after. So that shows us that support that is forming is holding, and that would have given me confidence on that had we not been in NASDAQ at that point. To sign up for our Discord community, come over to bullishbrs.com. You look up Bullish Bears. Then you're going to come over here and click join. We have a monthly, a one-time, and an annual. I usually recommend, get started if you want on the monthly. If you're really about trying to further your trading education, though, the one-time is really good because that comes with the Next Level library, which has my Futures Masterclass in it. That's 8 sessions of over 9 to 10 hours of futures education, starting at the very basics of what are futures, how to get started with a prop firm, and then it dives into trading strategies, different systems, how to build a strategy, how to build a system. Really great. Definitely recommend one-time fee on that. Or again, get started with the monthly, see if you like it, and then you could join from there. Gold, a little bit of selling pressure there, just a small pullback. Look at that NASDAQ. It's continuing, dude. Wild. Right off our open price, another key level right there. Okay, let's see. Remember, ES, I said it still has a ways to 95, and it is, or 96, I said 96. There we go. 500 is a key level in ES on supply. In supply. Yo, what's up? 1, 2, 3. Austin, David, Desi. Good morning, guys. Eddie, what's up? What's up, Greg? What's going on, everybody? Hope you're all doing well today. Happy Wednesday. Hump day. Oh, you know what? Hold up, wait a minute. Where'd it go? My bad, I'm looking for something. It's got to be here.
All right, a little risky, but I'm going to take a long on the ES here, targeting 64.97. It's a measured move off the current 5-minute chop. But like I said, it's a little risky.
Risky kiki. I like it. I like risk, and I'm just kidding. Well, we do like risk if we like trading, but we like to have measured risk. Where's your stop loss? I see possibly 87.75 as an okay stop loss because we have a little bit of a low volume shelf at 64.88.25. So we might come retest that for a moment.
87 would be make it a 1-to-1.
87? Oh, okay, good. That's fine.
Yeah, I got in a little late.
That's all right.
But this 64.91 is a chop area, and I think I'm kind of going a little bit with intuition. CBD is dropping. may get stopped out on this. We'll see.
Yeah, I'm thinking we're in for a little pullback here. I'd like to see us retest around 87 or 70 on the NQ, so it would call for a bit of a pullback on ES as well. One of the reasons is because NASDAQ is in supply, so I want to see us pull back from it for a moment. And then once everybody thinks we're selling from supply, see us find support again and push back higher, because I am looking for the 30-minute time frame to continue, right? So 30-minute time frame analysis didn't fail us earlier. It gave us the demand on the 30-minute. Then we had our impulse move. Now I would look for continuation here. So I'd be a little patient. I am looking for buyers to be able to hold us. Just really depends on when. Guys, if you're not following me, follow me on social media, preferably Instagram is @tradingwithkev. I do appreciate any type of support, follows, likes, comments, anything. I do a lot of collabs with Apex Trader Funding, with videos with them, with Benzinga, with Market AI, with Quant Data, all over the place on there. If you haven't seen me already on Instagram, you probably will soon. But shoot me a follow, show some love, all about it. I wish oil was a better market this year, man. What a waste. Last year, it was the four amigos. It was ES, NQ, gold, and oil. And I absolutely, when ES and NQ were giving us like crappy days or crappy weeks, hop on gold or oil and be able to say, okay, well, now gold is a little crappy too. Let me go to oil. You know, it gives us more options. Oil's not even an option right now, in my opinion. So it sucks. But when it's there, and it's fantastic when it is. Let's see. ES chopping and bopping around. Did it try to come towards that low volume shelf at 88? Sort of. 88.75. Now, I am expecting a pullback here. If we put our volume profile up right here from our New York session, look at our low volume shelf right here on ES. This could be a possible long entry. And it lines up in a fair value gap. That's at 86.50, right below Marzidi's stop loss. Marzidi, be careful, bro.
Got some more profits on NQ on the way up.
Nice. I'm going to be keeping an eye on this 85, 86 area on ES for longs.
Really freaky about that.
What's that?
I've been doing the diamond pattern that Jeremy's, from his advanced charting.
Yeah.
That exact level comes off a fan I drew 2 days ago.
What,
I've been looking at it since this morning.
The 86?
Mm-hmm.
Nice. That's cool. That's so cool.
It's amazingly freaky how good this thing is. I got like 5 wins yesterday.
Oh my god.
Low volume shells and different, putting everything together. I could probably do better at this, and I'm working on it, but it's just crazy. You'll mention a level, it'll be like, I already marked that out 2 days ago.
Bro, that's awesome. How good does that feel?
It's bizarre how true those fan levels can be. It is absolutely bizarre. Yeah, you're right.
Yeah.
An entry on ES, the same as NQ from the bottom. That was off of a high top on the head and shoulders I drew again 2 days ago. And it was a cross section, which means if it touches the middle of that cross section, it's good to go long pretty much.
Wow. That's so cool. That's really cool. And you see how you find the confluence, right? So you find different strategies to find the same level, and it gives you so much more confidence to take a high probability trade.
Yeah, that's pretty much it. I'm going to try to get a lot better at this. Next time Jeremy's on, I'll grill him. But so far, this thing is creepy. Like Jeremy says, how many times you get that, reaction.
Yeah, that's so cool. Very cool. What time frame do you draw them on?
I typically do. I look at everything from 2 hours down. I focus on the 15-minute because it shows everything a lot better. But I have show drawings on all, so I'm trading off the 1 minute, and it shows up readably accurately.
Gotcha. Cool. Very cool. Good work. You know what it is? You're finding a system. You're comfortable with it. Stick with it. Do not stray from it. Keep drawing, keep charting, the same charting you're doing. If you have to adapt to changing market conditions, you adapt briefly and change things briefly and small changes to adapt to market conditions, but you never change your strategy. It sounds like you found a system and a strategy that you're finding confidence in, you know how to chart, and you really like to trade.
Pretty much. I'm always looking to get better. Lots of questions is the key.
Yep.
But so far, playing around with this, it's just, I want to get a lot better at it. But it's just crazy how much the complements lines up. You'll say something, and I'll be like, wow, that intersects exactly with something I drew 2.5 days ago.
That's awesome. So it's good to want to get better, right? We always want to try to improve. But when I say don't change your strategy, I mean, like, if you're using the diamond pattern and the volume shelves right now, and you see somebody else is doing really well with like moving averages or something, don't throw moving averages on top of everything. Keep trading with the diamond pattern and the volume profile so that you're getting enough repetition and enough almost like reps in with it. So you could see how markets react to it over and over and over, because the goal in trading is to find a system we could repeat daily. So it sounds like you're finding that system. That's great.
I'm trying every day. Just every day.
You got it, man. You got it. Good work.
That was actually off the low of Powell's speech, I believe. That it corresponds exactly with the 86 on ES.
Nice. All right. Ladies and gentlemen, I wanted to wait for this ES long entry. However, I'm thinking I'm going to wrap it up because I got some slides to put together for the NVIDIA earnings call. You guys join me today for the NVIDIA earnings call on Benzinga 2. That'll be at 4:30. I got to prep for Futures Fever. We got Andrew Diaz coming on today. That is the stock market wolf. He'll be on today 11:30 to 12:30 with me on Benzinga's YouTube. So a lot of stuff going on. Here we go. I figured maybe if I chatted a little bit, we would get our entry. And it looks like we're trying. Let's see.
Yeah, I got stopped out. Okay. I saw it coming. I should have gotten out earlier instead of waiting. I have a bad habit of that. I'm like, this is going to stop me out. It's going to stop me out. It's going to stop me out. I got stopped out.
Oh, no.
I should just get the hell out of the trade.
Oh, jeez. I'm going to try this here, ES longs. 87 entry, 86.70. What's that? 85.25 stop loss. Yo, it just hit 87. I know I just saw it hit 87. Oh, 86.75 was my entry. Oh, might not fill then. Try to get filled a little higher. 87 even. Can you give me 87 one more time real quick? Just 87. Stop at the low we just made. Final 87.25. Here we go. Okay, filled 87.25. Stop loss at the low we just made. A little concerned, but light enough size. 85.50 is stop loss. About 2-point stop loss on this. Would like to see buyers hold us from this low volume shelf in here. We just tapped it and tried to hold. And I know some people might be stopping out, so we'll see. I think where did I end up getting filled? 87.25 was my entry. So not the best entry. Could have gotten a little bit further down of an entry, but still good enough that we're buying the low of this range, looking for us to continue higher. not a fan of the failure to continue. Oh, and actually, you know what? Nvidia's pumping. That's great. Microsoft's holding up too. So is Meta. All right, we'll hold these. I think we go to new high a day. Possibly even that 96 level that I had marked out. The supply zone on ES. That's up here. New high a day, right into that supply zone. We'll see. Really going to see us have to scale above 89, though. We have to get above 89 to find some support there. There's 88.5, struggling on that 88.5. We didn't really get that big of a volume bubble down here, too, which is a little concerning. But we'll wait and see. Nvidia pushing higher still. Microsoft is pulling back. So is Meta. Just staying patient here. Equities have been trying to hold strong all day, so that's why I'm trading with the trend right now. Got in on the pullback. Waiting to see if we can continue back higher now. Staying patient. Took the low volume shelf and a fair value gap lined up in it. It's really a SIBI, right? Where it's like a bearish fair value gap, broke above it, created a bullish fair value gap on top of it. Which makes me not want to take the trade because I know a lot of FVG traders are taking it. But we'll see. We'll see. I want to see that 93 is a new high a day. I want to see that 96. 96 has presented itself as a new possible target here on Bookmap around 1044. They added this level here at 96. We have any GEX levels up there?
We're in the GEX level. Well, the GEX levels on the ES are at 6490, 6491. And then you've got the call wall up at 6,500.
Nice. Guys, boom. Very nice. Got to get above that 89. There's 89.50. Got to get above 90. Got to get above 90. Come on, 89. Break that. 89.25. Need our equities to start holding up. Equities are definitely struggling. There's 89.50. Come on, break that 64.90 strong. Big pop. Big pop, big pop. No pop, no trade. Not going to look good. We'll see. We sort of had volume increase on this last candle too. So that sort of helps with the confidence in that. Nice. There we go. Very nice, very nice. I'll look to get out of a contract near the new high a day, 92.75. I'm in 3 ES contracts right now off of 87.25. Stop loss is 85.75. Struggling a bit here. This is why I was considering getting out of one where we're at right now, just to sort of trade that range. But we did have some good buying volume come in right here on Bookmap. Just need to see equities hold up. Equities are really struggling right now. Where'd I get an 87? Yeah, I really don't want to lock in just 3 points on ES. So even 87 to 85, 87 to 92, 5 points on ES. Equity's real weak, bro. Equity's real weak. Gonna look to get out of a contract at 90.25 if we get up to 90.25. I'll let you know when I put that. But I don't know. Part of me thinks if we could find some continuation, we're going to really impulse move higher. So I'd like to try to let this winner run. But another part of me knows we have some good profits on the day already, and equities are very weak. So that's some red flags going all around. We don't want to be giving profits back. So let's try to get out of one at 490.25. 490.25 right over here. Good. Give me a little run up. I'll get right out of one. Close. I almost want to move it because I feel like we're going to squeeze through it. So I'm going to move it for a second. There's the 90.25. There's 90.50. 90.75. Let me get out of one right here. I'm out of one contract, holding two contracts, ES. We'll look to try to hold these. NVIDIA new high today. Microsoft's trying to push lower, but it is still just pulling back. It had a bull run today, so we could just be patient. There we go. Nice. That's what I'm talking about, guys. Come on, get through that 93. Gotta just remember, we are at resistance on NASDAQ as well. Almost want to exit a contract, one more contract right here because of that fact. Because again, we're at the recent highs we were making before. Oh, equities are trying to turn around. We'll wait 1 second. 1 second there.
Move north, going to be 64.95.75. 64.95.75. That'll be a half measured move. Full measured move, 64.99.
Nice. I'm definitely considering getting out of a contract up here. Where we at? Looks like it's ready to run on the next 5 minute. Go wait 1 second. 15 seconds left. First exit's 93.25, new high a day. Second exit's 96 even. NVIDIA pumping like it's hot. Apple holding some support. That's great. Those are two major leaders. It's what we like to see. $10.55. I'm gonna get out of this trade for the sake of getting out of the trade because I gotta go get ready for some stuff. But this was a fantastic trade overall. Let's see. Gonna try to get out of one more contract at 91.50, like 91.5, and then I might let the rest. I don't know. Let's see. Hold up. I'm moving that up. Let's see. Find some. Break. Just go break crazy higher right now. It is the last 10 minutes of the hourly candle, so be a little careful on that. Could try to close with a wick. So, yeah, I'm going to try to just get out of this. 91.25. All right, out of one more contract. Come on, fill it. Bro, fill it. There we go. Come on now, let's go. Let's go. Come on, ES, I got things to do. Let's pick up the pace.
High of day.
New high day's real close right here. Got some resistance up here.
We've tagged it. We haven't broken it.
Yep, no, I haven't broken it yet. I'm in just one ES contract left. Definitely considering closing it here. Yeah, I'm out. We're out right there.
Got out at 92.
Yep, got out. Yep, 92. You got it. Good job, guys. Good trades today, man. NASDAQ and ES. Fantastic. All right, now on that note, I definitely got to go because I'm prepping. Going to go chat with Andrew for a little bit and go over some charts. Really have some fun. All right, later, everybody.
Thanks, Scott.
Absolutely.
Take care, everyone.
Take care. I'll see you guys there in the